Peace, forever always. In the name of my ancestors, this is your brother Taalik Ibn'rad, and welcome once again to another edition of the Realities Temple on Earth. And of course, again, I am your brother, and hopefully your friend, Taalik Ibn'rad. I just decided to make a video on this subject because I'm very sure many of us, as we continue to walk the path of awakening to our own black selves, we will begin to not wish to continue to live under the names that we know that was forced upon our people in this country. We no longer want to be Johnson or Jackson or Edwards or Hopkins and all these names, Mr. Dog, Mr. Pig, Mr. Bear, all these names that our slave masters forced upon our ancestors, that they passed on to us. Not because it was something they wanted to do, but this was something done to us by force. But many of us, we feel some kind of shame. Instead of wanting to be known as Kuta Kinte, we find pride in being Toby. Y'all get me? Y'all know what happened. You know why you Toby, and y'all proud of it. It's mind-boggling how slave mentality that is. And once it's just like a woman who was raped, then she have a child, want to name the child after the person that raped her. It's already bad enough that she was raped and the rape produced a child. Now you want to name the child after the rapist. The names that we got happened, and it was given to us due to criminal behavior. And y'all proud of it. How sick you are. But that is not the subject of this video. The subject of this video is to help us legally in this country get rid of that name and be recognized in the name of what we choose to be. I cannot tell you what name to change this slave name to whatever. I don't know, because our history has been so lost, and it is in such dark confusion we really don't know. But my purpose, as long as you get out of your slave master's name, you're taking a good first step. So with that said, and you know our time runs out real quick, let me go through the details real quick so that you will have an idea of how to change your name. Some of you can just hire an attorney and a lawyer will go through, but that can cost you a little money. Perhaps as much as almost $1,000, according to who you go to. But you can do it yourself. The first thing that you need to do is write to your local family court. You change your name in the family court. You send a letter to the clerk of court, and then ask them what you want to do. They will send you the proper paperwork, whatever that court requires for that. Once they give you, and of course they're going to tell you their fee. And that's another thing too. Just because you're using the court system don't necessarily mean you have to spend any money. Because everybody has the right to use the court. So you can, once the court sends you the information, make sure they send you an application for what they call a writ of informal pauperis, or to proceed as a poor person application. Then of course you'll put down your financial history, your whatever, all your finances. Then the court will determine they might charge you half of the fee. They might charge you a quarter of the fee. They might not charge you nothing at all. So it's according to the court. Now, of course, you know, if some of y'all make some money, so that shouldn't even be no problem. So just pay your fee. But I will tell you, when you are trying to attempt to file as a poor person, the procedure that normally might take from 60 to 90 days might turn to 6 months, close to a year, because you got to go through all these steps. And a judge has to give his approval, grant you the right to proceed as a poor person. Once you get all that paperwork back, just follow everything, all the steps that the family court wants you that require you to do. Send that paperwork in. Then, once everything is properly done, the court will send you everything back. And within 30 to 60 days, you should have a court date. Now, you go to court. The judge, they should call your name. And they'll ask you, why do you want to change your name? They'll also ask you, are you trying to change your name to avoid debt collectors or because you are a convicted felon and stuff like that? You know, so be prepared to answer those questions. Then the judge, basically, they'll ask you, why do you want to change your name? And when I stood before the court, I just basically said, because I want a name that describes who I am and places me into the family of my ancestors. And that was it. Then the court writes out the order that this has been granted, and chances are you will not get denied. They are going to grant you your request to change your name. Then you get all your paperwork. Before your name can be legally changed, it must be published, and the chances are the court will direct you towards the newspaper that they use. You pay that newspaper. You cannot get a free ride on the newspaper. They want their money. So you must pay that newspaper publishing fee. Once you get that back and your name is published, you get that back, plus you got your court orders that show that your name has been legally changed. Then you can take that publishing, the record from the publishing, and the order from the court. You can take that to Social Security, driver license. You can send those those papers to the state where you was born, and you can have your birth certificate changed. So now you are legally, whatever name you've chosen, you are legally whatever that name that you decided that you wanted to become to be. And really, it's very easy. It's very easy. So, like I say, you can do it yourself. You don't need a high-power lawyer. Just follow the steps that the court directs you, and you should be fine. It's not very difficult. And the reason why some people talk about, I shouldn't have to pay to change my name. I just be whoever I am. My name is Kunta Kinte Jr. Well, Kunta Kinte Jr., that's nice, but when they arrest you and your name is not legally changed, they're going to go by your slave name. And you're going to always be seen. So, like in the scriptures say, give unto Caesar what is Caesar's, give to God what is God's. If you want to be legally recognized in this country, unless you're some big shot, unless you got some kind of pull where this country, this nation is going to somehow recognize you by your new name that you made up, then let us do it legally. And you don't have to even go through all that drama. I am what I am, and it's legally recognized in this nation, and it can be for you too. A lot of y'all might say, so what's in a name? What's in a name? My sister told me that. What's in a name? I don't understand. I said, that baby you just had, why did you name that baby, choose the last name as your next door neighbor? You did it because you want that baby's name in your family. That's why you didn't name that baby. Give the name of your baby to your next door neighbor. You want that baby affiliated with you. European names don't make us affiliated with Africa and our African people. These names was forced on us. We should be happy to get rid of them. I don't care what else you choose. Give yourself a Chinese name if you want to. At least it's your choice. We need to come out of these European names, because if you're a free person, then you should act free. And the beginning in order to be a free person, then you must get rid of the name that made you a slave. You're not his pet, or he no longer owns you no more, and you need to act like that. Maybe that's the reason why some of y'all still act like slaves. This is, brother, I hope that helped y'all out. This was and is. Come out them slave names. The Reality's Temple on Earth.